Welcome back, you beautiful sons of bitches, to Arms and Abra, the ultimate jump attack samurais in the world. Oh yeah.
I don't jump attack.
Oh, I saw you practicing.
Did
We,
anybody else see this, or was it just a fever dream?
we all know you secretly love the jump attack.
Really don't.
You really, really do. Happy Mondays, people. We are back and continuing our journey to see if I can jump attack every single enemy in Tsushima, which will be a great endeavor. And Abra loves this prospect.
No.
We got a lot of comments on our previous video, which was very fun to see.
Where you murdered a horse and didn't admit it?
No, but I do respect your dedication to actually go and try to find that segment again. To be like, there's the horse!
I mean, there wasn't much dedication. I just watched it. I was like, oh yeah, this is where the dead horse was.
Oh no, you sat for hours looking for it.
Yes, hours. The episode is literally less than 2.
Absolutely. Come and fight. Oh yeah. I love that there was a dead horse there, and then it disappeared as I turned the camera. But I love the part where I actually saw it, and I just went, no, I think you're imagining it, when it was actually gone. Oh, come on, dude. Look at the horses. They're trying to get in my way.
Just don't shoot.
I didn't, but like, they're trying to get me to hit them.
You'll be free soon.
Also, you're free soon.
I thought I'd die here.
Be careful up there.
Take this. It's all I have.
Also, a good way to start, which is getting back into the swing of things. It's always so like, I don't have these grind sessions with this game anymore. So like when you stream it, so every time I have to like reorient myself from the other games and just be like, oh right, this, and you know I gotta do that and this, and I can do this. But luckily I have kunai, so I don't really need to learn the game anymore.
Until you forget how to use them and just crouch for the entire duration.
Surprisingly, I've not pushed that button yet. Emphasis on yet. Because it will happen. I'm just doing a small of casual exploring while we do the intro, and then we're gonna start doing all the monk quests, because apparently we have a lot of monkage going around. And also, I completed Wukong earlier this week as well. That was a fantastic, fantastic time. I really enjoyed it.
It is pretty good.
It is pretty good. Apparently, Abra got screwed out of the true ending.
There's a comfort in knowing that I'm not the only one. I looked it up, and it's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. Which, you know, sucks. So I'm not going to talk about that particular boss. But I missed out on 2 things, which was... One was the purple shrine charms. Because if you defeat the scorpion dude before finding all 3 charms and going to that charm thing, you can't access it again. And then in the secret part of the... Act... I think it was, yeah, Act 4 as well. You know, where you fight the reindeer? The big, like... In the violet strand, whatever it's called. In chapter 4, I think it is. Where you... Is it chapter 4? Yeah.
Are you talking about the last chapter?
No. Chapter 4, Spider Cave, and, like, before you fight the Scorpion Lord, you can go fight the...
Reindeer?
Well, it's like a big antler thing. Very huge.
Are you talking about the Dusk Veil?
That's what it was called. Thank you. I was like...
It's not even quadruped. It's like a giant two-legged bird skeleton thing.
Ah, a deer.
Oh my god.
But do you know the dude who asks you to get a item for you there? He plays like a flute.
Oh, the monk, yes.
Yeah. What you have to do is go get the thing and then immediately head back to him once you get it. Because if you kill the
Yes.
Duskvale, you're locked out from getting him. So those are the two that I didn't get on my playthrough because fuck us, I guess. You know?
Yeah, so you got screwed on one side of the map, I got screwed on the other. You didn't get the monk, I didn't get the Scorpion Lord, technically, because I killed the Scorpion Lord during the Duskvale fight, and I got nothing for it.
Yeah. It's just silly. So, because what I did was I played the game, explored as much as I could, got to the final boss, and then I basically did a run through, and then killed the boss. And I knew like it was gonna be continued journey, right? Because these are always like that. Like you don't immediately end the game and start a new run. So I checked my list and went like, okay, I missed these chiefs, you know, Jaguar chiefs, these mini bosses.
Mhm.
So basically, I was just like, okay, I've combed each zone. I'm not gonna do a second run through the whole game to try and find these things. So I took up a guide to be like, okay, has anything been locked for me, you know? Because that's what I was starting to suspect. That like, okay, I'm not this many by just being poor, like at finding, you know? And turns out, yeah, I missed out on those. And that's, of course, where I learned of the secret boss you can get for the true ending.
Yeah. It sucketh just being completely locked out because of being locked out of something because of lack of exploration, fine, whatever. Being locked out of something because a literal NPC just never shows up and never completes what he's supposed to do, that's ass.
Yeah. It's just like, what does it matter if I kill a Duskwell before giving him the flower? He can still be there and just let me fight him again, right? It's like...
Yeah, because the zone obviously still exists. Like, I mean, and whatever his goal was had nothing to do with that particular boss. So, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like, cool. So which means I'm gonna have to do a second run, which I haven't done yet, but still got other stuff to do. But I'm just like, come on.
Yeah, one thing that I did realize, and it's not really a spoiler because you talk to the tiger dude to upgrade gear, but all the gear that has more than one upgrade slot actually changes appearance,
Yep.
and some of them look pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, most of the gear in there looks really, really fucking cool.
Except the fucking fungus armor. That one's just weird.
Yeah. That's some Dark Souls level of like, what is this weird, ugly armor that only people wear in PvP to annoy you, right?
It's the mimic head, isn't it? Because it slowly kills you.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, like, I can't wait for you to get to the final boss fight.
Thank you again.
Because it's gonna be, like, the extra whatever they call it. I'm just like, that was probably my favorite. But I can't go into more than that because I don't want to spoil, so, but...
Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. I have offerings at the temple. You yellow bird. Fuck yeah. No? Okay.
Denied.
Where are
Oh,
you?
he actually wants to show you something.
I lost track of Birdie. Oh, that's probably... I'm trying to see if I can see, like, a yellow tree.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a fox travel.
Fox travel! Tomoe! There are
something?
Mongols! And dead horses.
That you killed.
Nope. I did not kill a single horse.
Yes, you killed many horses.
Nope. It was all negligence by the Mongols. Can't really blame me if they put explosive barrels next to horses, right?
Yikes.
That seems like a work construction thing. It's like if you run a kennel and you place a bunch of gasoline canister next to the cages, it's like, well, what do you think was gonna happen if they exploded, right?
I mean, I'm up to with you on everything there, yes. But when you're the one that blows them up and you still use that reasoning, nah, you lost me.
Well, mistakes happen, right? You know, maybe you were smoking a doobie,
Oh my
the
god.
devil's lettuce or something, and like someone, you know, showed you a really funny meme of like some old lady falling over and you laughed, so you flicked your cigarette away by accident and it hit the top of the drum. Because that's basically what happened to me.
And you just so happened to be so far away that it did no damage to you whatsoever.
Well, yeah, I could avoid it, but you know, the dogs would be stuck in their cages.
Oh my god.
It's not like I have time to get all the dogs out before it explodes, right?
Oh wow, like that's pure corpo logic right there.
Look, I watch that lawyer dude, and it would make me not liable for the damages that happen
That
next.
is not true. Because it was still their property and you destroyed it, regardless of whether the animals died or not.
No, because I can be held under, like, it was an accident, you know? And I think it's definitely within a reasonable doubt that it wasn't intended, and it's their work safety hazard that caused it, you know? Why would you have explosive barrels so close to the break room and the dog cages, right? That's basically what happened here.
Their negligence doesn't trump your negligence. That's not how it works.
Well, it does trump it, because they need to like remember that we can't have nice things because people do shit that I do. So if they keep things up, it's really on them, isn't it?
I mean, it was perfectly fine until you came along. So, I mean, who's the actual criminal here?
Them, they should have had a contingency plan for this situation.
Oh my god.
The same reason we can't have scalding hot
logical
coffee
fallacy.
from McDonald's, right? Because a person spills it as they drive the car and burn their lap, so they sue McDonald's. And now they can only serve tepid warm coffee because they don't want to get sued again. It's the same kind of thing. So I place the blame on them.
I don't know if that's really the same thing.
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Look, I saw Law and Order.
SVU.
Oh man, oh, I love it. It's also funny that like the horses I killed, like two of them was when I spammed kunais, and Jin just threw at them as well, along with the other two dudes that jumped off.
You knew what you were doing.
Why does it auto target horses though?
I think it's just auto aims at entities.
Lord Sakai.
All right, let's get some. So for those of you that are tuning in and looking, we looked around here and it's like, yeah, we're more or less. Maybe I missed a small minor thing here or some shit, but that will be revealed in time. So these episodes are gonna be crunching a hell of a lot of story right now. So I assume this main story is gonna be like, oh, Jin, you have to go and find more troops and friends. And then I've already done that, and then like, wow, Jin, took you so long, even though I immediately skipped the quest. you know what I mean?
It was like it took you forever. That's dishonorable.
And it's like, I don't remember which game it was, but yeah, you're supposed to. Oh, I think it was Judgment I played. You're supposed to get a certain amount of friends for a thing. And me doing side content like this means like I already have it. So I talk to them, they're like, go find this many friends, and then immediately walk away from him, walk back, press A to like reload his dialogue. And immediately goes, wow, that took you so long. You should get better making friends. And I'm like, fuck you and your seed.
He's not wrong. It did take you a long time.
I'm just gonna watch the cutscene now, you fuck.
Hochi and his followers came down from Cedar Temple to train healers in the village. Mongols kidnapped them.
There are Mongols here?
Ho Chi
Nah,
went
fake
peacefully,
news.
so they spared the village. Slaughter those who resist, reward submission. Khotun's favorite tactic. He should not have gone along with them. He gave himself up for the village. The Mongols will be back. All he did was delay the end. Then it's a good thing you and I are here. Any idea where they went? They rode out past the tea fields. Let's pick up their trail.
Oh, I hope they didn't spill anything there.
It's okay. It's Japanese tea. It's better than British tea.
We can't let them harm the monks.
You know, I'm not a big
Mongols will
fan
keep
of
them alive for their medical skills.
matcha.
I'm sure of
Is it
nothing when
tea?
it comes
Is
to
it
the
that one?
invaders.
There's different kinds. Well, the tea snobs are being out in full force. Yes, there's different kinds. Fight me.
snob.
So, well, no, it's like no, matcha is
They came
matcha.
this way.
There
Past the
are
tea
different
fields.
flavor
Look for
profiles of
tracks.
matcha, and the typical ones that you find are pretty acquired.
You nerd.
Well, it's like most things Asian. Like it's an acquired taste.
Most things Asian are acquired taste. Wow!
I'm hitting you with facts and logic. How dare I?
I'll have you know, teriyaki tastes amazing from the first bite.
I didn't say everything.
You said, you said literally all Asian things are acquired taste.
I said most things Asian.
Which, if it's most, it's the majority, which is all.
Oh my god! You, Kieran, is this you? Are you using a voice changer?
It's like Americans, right? You guys, you know, it was like what, 53 to Trump and 47 to Hillary, or something like that. So, all America supported Trump.
Seems like summer was just
Was that the narrative?
Oh no, that's me being a dick.
I see. I mean, because if it's based on majority, then yes, accurate.
Lord
I
Zakai,
don't see the
I
problem.
found something. They went
I'm
toward
just saying the
swamp.
majority
Come.
overrules, so it means that all of America voted for Trump because he won the majority of the votes, right?
I'm not dignifying this with a response.
Which means that if all,
It sounds like you
if
and Hochi have a
most
history.
Asian
Hochi
foods
always
are acquired
complained that my
taste,
brother was too eager to fight.
it means all.
Fucking hell.
Was your brother violent? No, but he was always fearless.
Look, I'm just
When I was a
using
child, the older boys in
diplomacy
my village
and
bullied me.
politics.
That must have been a long time ago. Many meals ago. One time, the boy stuffed me in a millet sack and tried
And
to
then, you
hang me from
know,
a tree.
there's some people who would understand I'm joking.
Lurking in the branches.
Yeah.
They never
Who would be like, oh my god, Armst, can't believe
It is that political, even lawyer thought process going on.
Yeah.
So as satirical as you're being, it's also very sadly true.
It's just, to me, it's too banal to like. The world is too steeped in gray and minutia details to just do an overarching.
Stay here, Mario. I don't want the
what do you
monks
call
to
it?
get caught in the middle.
To just cover everything with that brush, you know? Like, it just.
Blanket statements.
Yeah, thank you.
Blanket everything. It's all black and white. It's this or not. Yeah, nuance is lost on a lot of people. Man, the knockback on those arrows is very satisfying.
Man, when it goes in slow-mo, it like... Your ADS here is so quick, right? When you go into concentration... Like, it just... Like, your ADS goes down so hard.
Are you saying it shouldn't, or...
Yeah, like, what I mean is... You get used to a certain type of speed, right, when you're aiming. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna take me, you know, a certain amount of time to get to that target, right? When I aim like this, right, it's gonna take me this, yeah? And then you go into concentration, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it midway, because it's gonna take this long. But then it slows down, and you end up trying to catch up as they're moving, right? You know what I mean? It's just been revoked.
I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
it's not an uncommon thing though. When you're in focus mode in a lot of games, it does slow down the reticle as well.
Usually, I am on a mouse and keyboard, so it doesn't affect me. Yeah, so, well, aiming ranged weapon using the mouse. No, wait, aim sensitive.
There's no specific sensitivity for focus mode.
Oh well, it's fine. Like, it's not a, it's like just a minor thing, but like it gets me every time. I'm like, oh, he's moving. I'm gonna draw and aim, and oh, it slows down. You know, and I'm trying to catch up to him. But it's just a minor little nitpick that is just like on mouse and keyboard, not a problem. When I can't accelerate, you know, as I'm holding the stick as much as I can, it's like, come on.
I've done nothing to you.
So basically what you're saying is that controller is inferior to mouse and keyboard, and anybody that uses controller is trash. I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who rose from the dead?
It's accurate.
Exactly. Especially if you have stick drift.
Yes. Anybody that uses controller in a first-person shooter, especially, and has stick drift, the worst.
Yeah, just the worst. And for all of you that don't know, me and Abra are just trashing Kieran right now.
Yes, Raven. Totally Raven.
Wait, what is it? No?
Poor Norio, man. He has to deal with your collateral damage bullshit.
It's no friendly fire.
I saw him recoil from the blast. And he killed a horse. I'm shocked.
And he sheaths the sword like, job well done.
Job's done.
Let me pay respects to the guy there, not the horse. Who cares about the horse?
Oh my god. Actually the worst.
Oh, there's nobody I can revoke. Damn it. I mean, yes, I should expect that happening when I start throwing sticky bombs.
Yes.
But I mean, they could dodge.
We're all right, my lord.
An explosion? What?
Yeah.
Norio,
Because that's how physics works.
Have you seen the chick? Oh wait, hold on.
Lord Sakai, why would they separate Hochi from the rest?
Because he was hot shit. Oh,
They might have plans for him. He
See?
also likes to argue. You think he angered
No.
them? Knowing Hochi? Yes. Don't jump to conclusions. First, we need to track him down. Give me time to figure out where the Mongols took him. I'll meet you at Akashima village. We'll find him, Norio.
you know what? This game pointlessly need a beard mechanic. That I have to shave it every now and then.
Yeah, that would serve, one, no purpose, and two, wouldn't make sense.
I don't know what you're talking about. Long time passes as we're liberating Tsushima, right?
Yes, but one, Jin having a beard, not very typical for Asians.
I mean... But think about it, though.
What game did have a mechanic where you did get a bigger beard as time progresses?
Red Dead 2.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, and you could shave it, and if you didn't, there was like a bunch of side effects you would get, like, to it as well, if you didn't, like, keep clean shaven and stuff. But at least you got to keep the beard and could use it as crafting reagent for something. But a little bit yikes, yeah. What?
Let's go, Sona.
Was this the bird? Wait, are we still heading here? Could I? Oh, maybe I could go to
I'll go on the
second
road.
roof. I did not see. Oh, I see it now. There. Ah, all right. We got something hidden up here. Okay, we cannot go into that hole.
Story of my life.
Let's see. Supplies. And
Bandana.
healer's headband. Alright. Cool. I wish I could jump on to Dave.
No,
Dave!
you're not that guy.
Which game is it you can do that in, though?
I mean, there's a lot of games where you can mount a horse midair in a jump or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like a one that I've played. I was like, yes! Oh, fucking Breath of the Wild you can. Because what I would do was, you could do like a front flip with your shield, right? So you would do that on like an explosion, which would launch you backwards, and then you could, in midair, do a backflip onto your horse, and it looked really, really cool. Serves no purpose, but it felt really cool to just be able to pull that off. With, you know, you can stop time and shit, if I recall.
We've all been worried about Hochi.
Yeah, I don't know.
They need a break.
Breath of the Wild sounds pretty mid.
Such moments
It is
are
pretty
rare
mid.
these days. I used to be like them.
I called both of them unrealized
the same man
potential
I was
because
the night
Nintendo
before
has to play it
Konoha.
safe all the time.
The world
How
was
bad
also
was
too
it?
fucking big and empty.
Komoda?
Big and empty.
Bad.
I do understand why people like go. It kind of
Where's
makes sense in
everyone?
Breath of the Wild, but I'm also of the
Soaked
like.
with so much blood.
It can be
was like
empty with cool stuff in it though.
paste.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
grateful
it's
I didn't
empty
see it.
because it's literally empty. Like, there's large
road south
swaths
flowed
of distance
night.
where there's no enemies, there's no trees,
That
there's no
storm slowed us
collectibles.
to a
Like,
crawl.
why?
Stopped at a farm to sleep a few hours. I woke to screams.
Oh god, he's
The
pouring
main
his heart
house on
out.
fire. Mongol raiders.
And here we are just talking shit about Breath of the Wild because it's an
They
awful
took us to
game.
Kaneda in chains.
Wow, that escalated quick. God, you're so jaded,
After that,
Abra.
I'm not jaded. I just don't like trash.
I
Oh
wish I
god,
had
you're
died
so
fighting.
jaded.
I like how you're latching onto it so hard and using it in not the right
I think I know
context
where
at
they
all.
took Hochi.
Hey, teach me a word and I will use it as much as possible.
To go now.
Oh man, that
Yes.
just reminded me of that meme. Let's see if I can find it.
It's when they taught me demure at FreechCon. I was just using it constantly, regardless of context. I was just demurring everything to drive them insane.
Yeah, when you said "teach me a word," it
Well,
just
we
made
had
me
a
thought of
camp on
the adage
Mongol
"teach a man to
ships stopped there
fish."
for
But
supplies and
I
the
don't
fishermen
know
were going
when
north.
this came about.
They
But I
put
still
out
think
to
it's funny.
sea, we'll lose
Buy
it.
a man, eat fish. He day.
Lord
Teach
Sakai,
fish man to a
When this is
lifetime.
all over,
Yep.
what will you do?
It's like
I
it's
hope one day I
that
can
James
return
Bond
home.
shit.
Find a way to rebuild.
It's
I
like
wish I still felt
the
that way about my temple.
Garfield
Most of my
lasagna one.
life, my course was
Oh my
clear.
god, why is it called the
Follow
oven
the
when the
Eightfold
in out
Path.
eat the food cold
Raise
or
a family.
something?
Yeah.
Serve
Read it properly,
still
because I
do
want to
those
hear it now.
I joined the temple because of my brother. And I always imagined my children and Enjo's children growing up together.
Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food of out hot eat the food?
Our wives would be friends. The Mongols haven't taken everything, Norio. One day they'll be gone.
The James Bond one that I was
Still
talking
have a
about
right
is
to leave.
the Bond's name, James name. Please do what? Bond names the
But I don't
James.
feel
Are
it's
you all
mine
right?
alone.
Bond non's
I have to
having a
live for
stroke. Call a
The other monks who
bondulance.
died. Do you ever feel that way about the samurai of Komoda? Like you owe them a debt. A samurai's life is never
It's so fucking dumb, but it's so fucking funny.
Have you read the Batman
carry on
comic
the
made by an
Sakai
AI?
I've never questioned it before.
No,
You question it now? I don't know.
because I don't
thought
support
your
AI.
invasion
It's the worst.
feels
It takes
like
jobs from
happening
real
to
people.
someone else. Or like childhood. Maybe 20 years
Am I doing
from
it
now,
right?
You'll look back on this
God,
moment the same way.
I'm gonna preface this. I'm
I told
joking,
you
but I
Hochi
really
strongly
want to say,
opposes violence, right?
if a
You said he
robot can do
disagreed
your
with the warrior
job,
monks. He hates all weapons, including
maybe it
yours and
wasn't
mine.
that good of a job, was it? Or that
Can't
difficult?
this motherfucker, cancel him now.
Getting close to the camp.
I say that as AIs do streaming and YouTube videos and stuff, so I'm
See,
joking.
this is a prime example of context matters. It depends on what the AI is doing, where it can be bad for real people, but very beneficial in a lot of other ways.
Yeah.
So people just, again, blanket statementing AI is bad are fucking idiots.
We need to get a good look at the whole camp.
What about that granary?
Good.
Exactly. Although I do hate the new generation of YouTube shorts and videos that all use the same AI voice. And it sounds like, you know, I've scrolled through 100 YouTube shorts. And 80 of them are garbage, because it's YouTube short, right? And all of them have the same voice and the same tone and the same thing, and it's so lazily done that it's just like, my god, it's just become a new facet of, you know, you don't have to have someone record their voice anymore for it or anything like that. It's just, you can just shit these out so quickly, and they all, even though they're all from different users, they all sound exactly the same.
Yeah, it's TTS 2.0. That's basically what it's being used for now.
Yeah.
We have to find Hochi.
Do we though?
Mongols are holding someone there.
Hochi. Has to be.
If I go alone, I can reach him without the Mongols knowing.
Can't they just kill them?
A Mongol
No,
signal
that
cannon
makes sense.
I could set it off. Draw their attention.
while I get Hochi out. After I find Hochi, we'll meet there.
Don't wait for me if I'm late. Get Hochi back to the village. I can handle myself. I'll meet you both back in Akashima village.
Are you
Set up
ever
the
gonna
signal
use
cannon.
that
I'll get Hochi.
Take
thing? Because I
refuge in
want it.
Amida Buddha, my lord.
What do you mean? The very first fight you get into with Norio following you, he uses it.
No, he never got to use it because I bombed everyone.
No, he bodied the first mob that came up to him.
No, that was my arrow.
Wow, just taking all of Ochi's hard work as your own.
Mainly so I can get his weapon, because I want to fight with it.
Yeah, it's a real shame. I know why that there is no other weapon variety.
Yeah, it's definitely, with a game as long as this, I feel like having weapon variety, unlocking, getting a Naginata, getting, you know, just an example, nunchuck or double size or whatever, you know, getting something to vary up your moves and things would have felt great, you know? It would have just been cool, because it's also just fun to fight with different weapons, right?
Yeah, it's that for me, that dopamine hit. Oh, did you? Oh no,
luck, my friend.
that dopamine
I
hit
should send
of
the
getting
Mongols
something
running.
new and cool.
Yep, absolutely. And it's just like, it varies up your gameplay. Because would it be cool, instead of having stances, you have sword stance for sword wielders, right? And then you got a spear dude you fight, and you'll whip out your Naginata, you know? And get to just be like, okay, you want to go spear? I'm gonna spear with you, you know? You start pairing, you know, spear fighting and stuff.
Yeah, a game that did a really good job using ancient Japanese weapons and styles and whatnot is Neo.
I can't leave.
Yep,
The
Neo does it really
Mongols want me
nice.
to see the temple. The people
I mean, it's definitely over the top for this kind of game, but
I'm sorry.
along those
I
lines.
must
Oh, yeah, I
remember.
mean, you could just scale it back to what they've been doing,
Jin!
you know?
Hochi!
Like, you don't have to be fight...
Norio? What are you doing here?
The alarm drew a raiding party nearby. They're almost on us.
But I guess it wouldn't...
Stay back,
No,
Hochi.
they would
I
actually
won't let
work
them near you.
with the...
We'll be
if it's the
okay.
narrative I think they're going for. Because I'm hypothesizing, you know, he's gonna be too much... not honor enough. So he's gonna get banned and stuff. So I was gonna say, like, oh, they couldn't do that because he... you know, it's not gonna be samurai enough.
Come receive a lesson in manners.
Yeah, that's true.
But at
they
the same
might
time,
do it in
if you,
Ghost of Tsushima too.
if you start using different weapons, that means you are abandoning your samurai's way, so you actually tie into it. You know, of like, oh, you started using all these weapons, you've forsaken our code completely for the sake. It's like, it sort of ties into it if they go that way. Of like, oh, you're not honorable enough, you've even disregarded all the training with your sword. And he's like, I had to do what I had to do and use these weapons, you know?
Are the others with you, Norio?
But it's just one of those things, when I enjoying a game and I just see like the potential for more,
Yeah, so that's why I'm hoping they expand on it in
Everyone is gone.
the
It's
sequel.
just me now.
I'm sorry. I wish we could end this bloodshed. The Mongols were searching for me. I gave myself up to save lives.
How did they know where to find you?
They knew I was an Akashima, and they wanted to return me to see the temple.
Not Cedar
Be a
Temple.
healer.
You're willing to treat the enemy's wounded?
Mongol or Japanese, we all suffer.
Some deserve it.
But this means
See
Cedar
that,
Temple fallen.
like, I'm a doctor, I'm a healer. It doesn't matter who you are. My guy, if they're literally a war criminal and a murderer, rapist, killer, just the worst kind of scum, you need to rein that shit in.
There's a reason we developed War of what's it called? Oh my god, I'm just failing on words today. Rules of War, but also like Engagement of War, or whatever it's called, of like you have your doctors on your side, and then there exists neutral doctors, but in many places, no, there's not, and you'll just have to look it up. But yeah, but back in these times, it's like, I don't... Maybe the... I don't know history, so I could be wrong, obviously. But one thing I hate in fantasy, at least, which I'm gonna tie into this, is the fact of I genuinely, like, not genuinely, but like I really get annoyed when people start applying our real world law and philosophies and morals to fantasy worlds. Of like, you know, you're in D&D, right? It's a very cruel and harsh world where randomly a dragon could fly in and murder everyone in the town, or you could be raided by goblins or orcs or werewolves or vampires or zombies, or pick any fucking monster out of the dungeon journal that can rise and kill you. There are thieves, there are outlaws, there are brigands, there are all the type of shit. Like, so in that world, in my mind, death is not uncommon. It's quite a normal thing to be like, oh, Jeff went out to the field. Oh, you know, 10 werewolves, you know, ran him
Had a
down.
snack.
Yeah, and you're like, oh man, that sucks, dude. He played a mean game of poker. But also, like, this happens every Thursday, you know? So when people start like, oh, we lost a person. Oh, we're so sad. I'm like, no, that's modern morals where we preserve life as much as we possibly can and treasure it more than anything. In that world, it would be so common that you're like, you know, oh, just another for the pyre to throw on, because death just happens a lot, right? And same with like the morals of like, who are we to judge this orc who does that? It's like, bitch, they are evil by nature and will do only one thing. Like, save that philosophy for our world. In a fantasy world, it don't matter, dude. Like, cause it always slows down the party and it slows down everything. It's not hard to, like, you don't need to start this discussion about should we be the one to judge, you know, an orcish monster, you know, fucking zombie sympathizers. It's like,
zombie lives matter. This particular topic of discussion is the biggest can of worms possible for me.
It always is.
It can get real controversial real quick and get your ass canceled yesterday, because I'm right there with you. Depending on the setting, your morals don't matter. Like what you think is right or wrong in a grim dark fantasy, like in Space Marines. I'll talk about it because it's current. They want female Space Marines, which by every lore in existence up until now has been shown that it's, one, not possible, two, never existed. And everyone's like, well, what about inclusion and diversity? It's like, this is they're literally space racists that are genetically modified and built to kill. I don't think they care about diversity.
So, as Abra prepares to get cancelled,
Yeah, fuck him. I don't care.
and we see, you know, if you have any final words you want to say to Abra before
Violence, Norio.
It's right to
he
prevent
gets
more
cancelled,
suicide.
send
As
your.
long as no others will retaliate.
I'm trying to think of like a funny
This
like
will protect you.
mail address for cancelled people.
For cancel people. Yeah, just mail me your pipe bombs. Wait, no, that's a furry thing.
But no, it's just like I see it happen all the time with just people trying to apply moral virtues, and it's like it's not so much like if you have a setting that is more real, like maybe a Fallout RPG. It's like you can make a case for humanity's survival, so maybe we should be a bit more careful if we gun down a person or not, etc. But in a
Right.
fantasy setting where there are literal monsters that are mindless beings, it's that type of setting. Stopping your party to argue morals of a vampire clan that sacrifices kids so they can live longer, and like, we shouldn't do it, we need to go to the king. It's like, no.
It's a prime example of time and place.
Yeah. Like, or we just kill them and get on with our adventure, because it's not that type of universe.
Yeah, exactly. And the way I would look at it is like, that's my experience you're trying to talk with.
Need to sheathe the sword, it's important. Alright, next. Oh, at least we're blasting through this pretty quickly.
I mean, you
Lord
say that, but
Sakai.
we spend like 20 minutes total talking shit.
What's the problem?
Look at that belt!
Mongols
My
are
God, you have to
definitely
tie that every day?
Preparing to strike.
They do.
We should evacuate to Castle Canada.
And that's why I could never do like
Evacuate, and the
kimono
Mongols
and
will hunt
that
you
stuff
down.
ever,
Not one
because
of you
that
will
is
live
like
to see
such a
Canada's walls.
But we won't have
procedure.
blood on our hands.
It's a
What
task.
kind of village or plan for them, Hochi? I'd like to see that.
It looks really fucking
I
good
wish
though,
you cared
but
yeah.
I
about the
don't think
Eightfold
I'd ever
Path
be able
more
to do
than
it.
Others' opinions. First, you follow Enjo around. Now, Lord Sakai. Do you ever think for yourself?
Wash
Oh,
my
get called
brother's
out.
name from your mouth.
Enough.
God, the shading is really weird on this guy with his beard. He looks almost like
Everyone else can go hide.
I refuse to hide. I don't
Are you
take
talking about
lives.
Norio?
yeah, because of his beard and the short hair, like his head looked like it was almost cell shaded. You know, that weird outlining they give to characters in cell shading to define more. Because I guess it's the lighting as well, because it's like it's.
I'll scout the village. See what
Oh God, I
defensive
can't unsee
preparations
it
we
now.
can make quickly. Gather everyone
The dude on the
together.
left is
Ready
fine,
them to take
and Jin
shelter.
is fine.
One of these rooftops should work.
I'm trying to see if I can see what you're saying, because all I see
Can,
is
can he stand still?
shape
We
that-
need you to gather here. Bring your families quickly.
It's like because
like, Norio, you piece of shit!
Please, all of you, gather near me.
you see what
Make sure
I hate
everyone
this
is
guy.
here. Family,
Oh my
friends,
God.
neighbors.
Did you see like the black outlining there
I
around his
saw
head?
it on the side of his face. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Though.
Well, once you see it, like your brain like snaps into like that mode.
Here, perfect. No walls.
Yes, they'll never
Mongols
see
can
you on
strike
that
from any
rooftop from
direction.
way over there.
Is anyone missing? Keep your people together.
If we flee into the swamp, people will get lost, separated. Easy prey.
Just let me kill them all.
I mean, do you have bombs and kunai and shit?
People could hide there.
I have smoke bombs.
They were nerfed. They're useless now.
No,
Incense burners.
only
Add
PvP.
black powder to the incense. Get the smoke nice and dense. You
Nah,
have to use as
useless.
cover. Norio and Hochi lead
shut your
everyone
mouth.
to the temple. I'll deal with the Mongols here. They'll blame me, not the villagers.
My lord, we've
Oh,
gathered
is he gonna
everyone.
stand still now?
But yeah, there you see, like,
Okay, yeah, the very top edge of his head. Okay, yeah.
and
I
if
see
we,
what you
if we
mean.
can get him to turn his head, no, because he needs to keep it like outside of the scar. It's only like in a certain angle it happens,
Mhm.
but once it happens, it's fine. It's like when people
Take them to
thought
the temple.
Snake in
I won't let you fight
MGS
alone.
5 would have gray
Longest
hair,
go to
but it
the
was just the
temple.
light because he
Who will
was being
protect
hit
these
by a
people?
helicopter light.
I'll do as you ask.
We were like, he's so old! And it's like, oh no, it's just the light.
not
They had to
getting ready.
clarify it because people got
I
confused.
owe you a jar of sake for
Yeah, I
putting
see
up
a
with
lot
Hochi.
of people having issue with
Everyone,
understanding how lighting
Mongols are on
affects
the way.
color.
Follow me to the temple.
It's a very common issue. Shocker when you hear this, I'm sure, on Twitter.
I am shocked. I am
figured.
appalled.
Those are incense? What? Did you see the size of those?
Oh yeah, these are explosives. Because they say, add black powder to the incense.
Well, no, the black powder is inside the mound, not the sticks. So those are some big ass incense.
Ah, these are TNT.
Yes, because that was totally a thing back in feudal Japan.
Little known fact.
Yes, Nobel did not make TNT. It was Jin Sakai from Tsushima.
Yep. He was quite a genius.
He was a man ahead of his time.
This game is so
Find a
historically
place at the
accurate.
edge of town to wait.
So they just knew. They did all that research. And just found out that Jin Sakai was quite a badass. He figured all this stuff out back in the day. Whilst killing over like 5,000 Mongols on his own.
With nothing but kunai. All named skill, oddly
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I can hide in a granary.
Jin has that Geralt of Rivia naming approach. Just everything is that one thing.
Yeah.
They're here.
And for anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, Roach. He's had multiple horses. They've all been Roach.
What? No, there's only one. Oh my god, I hit. Can I? No, I think I'm gonna clip the branch. Yeah. Can we do this then? Oh, I did actually hit the fence.
I mean, all the arrows that you expended, you could have just fucking killed them.
Right? Oh, thank you for all the arrows.
Thank you for providing me the tools to murder you.
I don't know what they're doing, but I'll take these wins. Oh, I could do it.
It sounded like he said kill this person.
It sort of did, yeah.
Check on Norio and Hochi.
He just wasted all that black powder. I mean TNT.
TNT.
It's dynamite.
Oh, TNT.
Just wondering if you would have got that.
I'm lucky that, well, it's a decently known song, but here's the thing. My hometown's hockey team had that as their entrance song. So every time the match would start, it would.
Norio! Lord Sakai!
Oh, I have no idea why that reminded me of this, but the Legends mode, I looked more into it. This is going to sound disappointing, but there's no actual Oni, like what you're most likely expecting. There's not like full-on demons, ogres, and shit like that you would typically. Well, don't quit this. It's not Legends mode. Don't. It's not fair.
I want to go on.
I could say more, but I actually. Oh my god, you are literally Hitler. The very last boss that's at the end of the raids is I'll say.
Okay. Fair
What
enough.
happened, Norio? I was fighting. A Mongol
But the
snuck up
overall
behind me.
aesthetic is that whole
threw himself at a blow
otherworldly,
meant for
supernatural,
me.
spectral
They're
shit,
both
and it
braver
actually
than
looks
many
pretty cool.
samurai I've known. I didn't know he was behind me until I heard him cry out. By the time I turned around, he was dead. It's not your fault,
Ochi's dead.
Norio. Every time they lifted the cover on the pit, the daylight would blind us. This time, one
Tomoe.
of them stank like sake. I felt their hands pull me up, but my brother threw himself at them. He was starving, wounded, but he fought them. He fought them so hard. Norio, you don't have to. Yes, I do.
Do you though?
They gave up on me and took Enjo. They took my brother. Everyone who rode south from Cedar Temple. All gone. Except me. They deserve to live. I'm the one who should be dead.
That's
Wow.
survivor's guilt, yo.
Melodrama much?
It's an actual thing. It's called survivor's guilt. How dare
Many
you?
times.
You're belittling this man's suffering.
I feel like he's being a bit dramatic.
Sounds jaded.
Nah, I'm just being a realist.
We're all they have. The people of Akashima are alive because of you. Don't forget that. Because they won't.
Except the dude that died there, but, you know. Not gonna point any fingers, but I sort of fought like 15 of them. Okay, 30.
Wow.
Okay, 50 then.
Oh my god.
I assume the next one will be at this temple. Since he hasn't popped up again anywhere else, no? Yeah? There's no technique. We can pick up the horse technique. Can.
Yeah, that seems useless. You barely ever use a distraction like that.
It's just the enemies are always set up to patrol like reliably to not have to use them at all. I can always get around it very nice. So I think like yeah, we shall go for this. And then we'll pick up what is it? Oh no, these are not needed. We found all of these. I was thinking to find these scrolls or whatever they call it. You know, relics, Mongol artifacts and shit like that. Sakai steel. Oh, the steel of Sakai. New gifts available. We'll be fine. Jogger Dave! The best horse. And then we...
Norio said a temple in Kushi still needs our support.
Now we can fast travel. He just needed to finish his sentence.
Yes, he didn't want to be interrupted. Because that's rude.
That would be so
Dishonorable,
rude.
even.
Dishonorable. Jaded, really.
Realist, even.
Norio! Lord Sakai!
Do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
I like how you just got that force ability and didn't even use it.
It's just been revoked!
My lord, look what they've done! Kushidera Temple deserves reverence, not bloodshed.
Centuries of wisdom lie within those walls, and the Mongols were ready to
Yes, but
torch it
where's the
all to
king?
ground.
They attacked for a reason.
The temple gives people hope. The abbot's been telling people to pray for a great storm.
Ah,
to
the abbot's
wash
the king.
invaders from our home.
Mm,
Now the abbot's missing, and the brutes stole the most sacred relic in
it's a cool
Toyotama,
castle.
a statue of Buddha carved at the temple's founding. My brother would have recovered them. He would have given these monks hope before they ran for the hills.
Then we honor his memory and restore the temple.
The Mongols stole the statue of Buddha from the main hall.
And the abbot?
He and his closest followers fled.
Statue of
hoping they
Kira?
found shelter.
I think so, yeah. Would be fun if like they stole a statue Buddha and it's just a kid's drawing of a Buddha statue. Well, got another point. Where
see to
was
the
that
monks.
house? Yeah, we saw an arrow up there, didn't we?
The house.
Sorry, castle.
Castle in the sky.
It's
We
a
can make it a
castle
different
in the air.
What?
Find your castle in the sky.
It's not the song I was going for.
Ah. Right, let's do a risky jump.
Ooh, this will end well.
Oh, he autographed. Woo! Perfection.
Didn't even break your legs.
Oh, wow. 2 of them.
I hope Abbot Kome is safe.
The abbot is from Cedar Temple. Why did he come here?
To help resist the Mongols in Toyotama. But when they attacked, he escaped.
The battle was chaotic. Might be difficult to track them.
There's a farm nearby that supports the temple.
We'll start there.
You know, it's gonna be nice with coming to a new zone. I'm gonna be able to make my dank ass haikus again.
I was there. The Mongols had taken it over.
Thanks, not the word I'd
I
use.
put an end to that.
Then the abbot must have found shelter. This reminds me of another time Abbot Kome went missing. The temple was divided by a feud between our senior monks.
What were they fighting about?
I don't remember, but it seemed important at the time. The abbot
Obviously not that
disappeared for a week.
important.
We dropped everything to look for him.
What happened to him?
He hid from us on purpose. And we
On
stopped
purpose?
fighting in order to find him.
What an asshole.
Didn't that just make things worse?
He got us to see that our fight was less important than we realized.
He could have just told you that.
The abbot likes to say that when people don't listen, he talks with actions.
I mean, okay.
The abbot is the only one holding Kushidera Temple
Oh, don't
together.
start saying abbot all
If
the
something
time now.
happens to him, the monks will abandon Kushi.
Surprise,
I'm
the
sure
abbot
we'll
is
find
Tomoe.
Abbot Kome there.
Fuck. The abbot Tomoe. Oh my god. Can't wait to kill Tomoe. And not see that old guy anymore.
What do you mean? She's the best character in the game.
Is she though?
Yes, factually.
Empirically.
Literally.
Fire!
Scientifically.
Figuratively.
Figuratively and literally.
The poor monks. My lord, you're too late.
Oh man, you must
Where's
have
the
lost so much supplies on that.
They burned it to the ground.
Give me a second.
Hard to believe the samurai were defeated.
Doesn't seem real.
You're such a monster.
Bandits and pirates. I always felt safe here because of the samurai.
And now
Jackpot.
we're left on our own like wounded prey.
Lord
That was for their
Sakai,
their kids. They're starving and dying.
Hope for what? They felt
Ooh, what's this?
Everyone disliked that.
We have to know for sure.
Look, it's for
I'm surprised the
He's dead.
Tsushima, for the reconstruction project.
Norio,
Yeah.
cut down
And
the screen.
for some odd
It's not
reason,
with them,
you're
it's not.
Tsushima now.
It's for my castle
In the sky.
with an onsen. Oh, it looks like a mummy.
Probably too sturdy and not worth the trouble.
I think I'll leave it.
Nah, not enough bandages.
Abbot. Bastards love their fire, don't they? He's not the abbot. Just one of his followers.
Okay, who cares then?
It's just some random pleb.
Water barrels.
It's not the abbot.
Over.
Throw him back.
Phone back. It's like a fish you don't want.
Damn.
Could the abbot have saved himself?
He protected himself with wet bedding. Escaped out the back.
Maybe he survived.
Whoever survived the fire went this way.
Then there's still hope.
Man, that Tomoe. Tricky.
Very tricky. Taught him everything. He knows.
Footprints are heavier, farther apart.
He was running.
But we will continue that in the next episode and see where Tomoe is hiding. Even though we're not gonna see her for like another 8 episodes or some shit before we push into the 3rd zone.
It's not gonna take that many episodes, is it?
I mean, doing his quests, right? And then we have hers. And then we have one main quest here. Messaging Fire. We have the 6 Blades of Kojo to complete. And then the actual main story that took us here at the literal start of this.
Oh my god. Strummer Man is stalling.
Hey, they made the game this big with all this stuff to do. Can't hold that against me.
Yes, I can.
No. Because if I don't do it, I'm not respecting the content, am I? Ooh.
Oh, you're just wasting so much time going around robbing your people.
Liberating them is the word you are looking for.
You're not liberating them, you're liberating their stuff.
Yeah, from their
From their oppression.
from their physical limitations, you know? You gotta throw away your desires for material objects if you really want to be at peace with yourself, and I'm helping them along.
Okay, so what does that say about you then?
Oh, well, I'm saving Tsushima, so I actually have a purpose for using them.
Wow.
Do you think I cannot shift everything into my favor?
You're peak Kieraning right now.
I learn from the best. But anyways, we will catch you all tomorrow. And I hope you all had a lovely Monday. Peace out, everybody. Bye.
Bye.